Hello everyone. I am so privileged. When I was visiting Robertson about a month ago, I was the fifth cousin. Today there's just one here, so I might as well be the second. We're so honored to have Hennie Retief from the Van Loveren family. He is the oldest of the four cousins, and you are the viiticulturalist. Did I say that right? You're the farm guy.
Viticulturalist, basically the farmer.
The farmer.
Yeah.
Welcome. And I like where you've sat because you're right next to your bottle.
Yes.
And you're sitting right next to your face.
Yeah, you can see. I'm on the left-hand side.
Yes.
The eldest.
Yes. The eldest of the four.
Of the four, yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful story, and it has been told many times. It has never been captured on this channel. So you have to tell us about your story.
Thank you very much, my guru. It's amazing. You've been to the farm about a month ago. How long was it?
Yes, it was, I think, on the 21st of January.
It feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
You've been to Africa more than I've been to Kenya. This is my second day in Kenya.
Wow.
And I love your country. I'm definitely going to come back. George's been here many times,
yes,
as you can hear in the interview. So Van Loveren, let's start Van Loveren. George told you quite a bit of the history, but I'll just repeat it again.
No, in your words.
In my words, the cousins, as you see, we all grew up on the farm.
Yeah.
But before us, in 1937, my grandmother and my grandfather, our grandmother and grandfather, we have to say our, not mine.
Yeah. Because
the family thing, and they started on the farm Van Loveren, but the name wasn't Van Loveren, the name was Gold Mine F.
Okay.
So then my grandmother said she preferred the name Van Loveren because she has got a kist in the house, and that kist came to South Africa in 1699.
Wow.
And a lady called Christina Van Loveren brought this kist with her, so that kist is in the country for about 300 years.
Wow.
So yeah, grandma then said she wants to call Van Loveren, and that's where the name Van Loveren comes from.
So it's not your family name actually, no?
Our family name is Retief. It's
yes.
French, Van Loveren is Dutch, and it's a very good question. And what happened, it was always just Van Loveren on the label. And if you can focus on this, lately the new one is, there's an R in between the V and the L, you can see. So
yeah,
this is brand new. It's our new label. The R is, like you just asked now, is standing for Retief, the French part.
The French part of it.
So then after our grandparents, they basically retired on the farm, they passed away on the farm as well. My dad and my cousin's dad, they came to the farm. They also grew up there, and then they started the farm together. Then I came to the farm in 1990.
Okay.
So I was the oldest. I came first, and then the rest come like in 10 years' time. So in the year 2000, Philip finished his studies. He studied long because he has to manage the business, so he's the CEO of the business. So when he came to the farm in the year 2000,
yes,
my brother instigated, and he said we should call a wine called Four Cousins. So in the year 2000, we started with Four Cousins, and we never looked back. It was just and it's still a big success.
It's a big success. Did you ever anticipate what it was going to become?
We really didn't know what it was going to become, and it was strange having your face on the label, on the bottle.
Yeah.
And but what's so beautiful about it is it was so successful, and we have to farm together and work together.
Yes.
And now our four faces is on the bottle. Four Cousins, we together, and the brand Four Cousins helped us a lot in our business.
Yeah, it is very, very good. So there's two sets of brothers, which makes the Four Cousins.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're number one. Who's number two?
Bussell is my brother. He's 3 years younger than me. Then
yes.
Philip is 6 years younger than me, and then Neil is 7 years. So we're 7 years apart.
7 years apart.
From the oldest to the youngest.
To the youngest, yeah. Who did I share a meal with when I sat at your Four Cousins restaurant? Was it you or was it your brother?
It's my brother. He loves to share his suppers or his meat with friends.
Yes.
So, but you got confused because we look very similar.
You look very similar, yes.
Yeah,
but then, I mean, it's the hospitality, I think, shines through all of you.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, so it could have been you.
It could have been me.
I will be back and we'll share a meal.
Yes. So, yeah, you've got the story now where the names comes from, and then the Christina.
Yes.
That bottle there, you can see that's our top end.
Yes.
So we made that top end, and we called it Christina because of the lady who came to Africa in 1699.
Sure.
And then Zandvliet wine we've also got. We bought that a while ago. And Zandvliet in the old days was very famous for racehorses and wine.
Okay.
For Shiraz. Shiraz was first, Zandvliet was the first Shiraz producer.
Yes.
But the racehorse industry disappeared.
And that was based in Robertson?
That's in Robertson.
Okay.
It's very near to us.
Great.
And yeah. What, any more questions?
No, definitely very many questions. Thank you for giving us that story because it paints the pictures. And I'll tell you, there's some people who think the Four Cousins are fiction. So it's really, really great that people know it's actually real people. And I know there was a TikTok videos that went viral from our visits to your farm because you were all there in the same frame. So we're really, really excited that you got to come. And hopefully one day you'll all, the four of you, come to Kenya at the same time. I'm not sure who'll be running the business when you do visit, but we want to host you all here. But what it is like being on the farm side of a wine business. You know, people think wine is very sexy. They don't realize it is agribusiness. You have to farm this fruit and make sure everything goes well on the farm before it gets to the cellar, right?
Yes.
So maybe you can tell us a bit some of the things and decisions you make on the farm side of the business.
Firstly, we're very lucky. The valley where we live in, the Robertson Valley, is very fertile, and the weather is very good for producing wine.
Yeah.
Soil is calcareous, and you don't, for instance, if you have to compare Kenya to our area is Mediterranean, while Kenya is more subtropical. So you can farm grapes in Kenya, but it will be, I won't try, it will be very difficult and hard. You'll have to spray a lot, etc. So by us, we don't have to spray a lot. We've got these good conditions, and we don't get a lot of rain, but we do irrigate the vineyards.
Okay. And you're allowed to.
We're allowed to irrigate it, yeah. Not like in some European countries, you're not allowed.
Yes.
So, yeah, that's you have to come and see the valley. That's beautiful.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that you've mentioned calcrete because that is the one thing I only learnt about in January.
Yeah.
And you're one of the only, you're one of 5 farms that produce a calcrete Chardonnay.
Yes,
and that's your own very unique.
That's our area. It's like you've got an area like Champagne where they're only allowed to call that Champagne, and Port in Portugal. So in our area, one of the farmers instigated and he registered the name calcrete. So, and because it's got the calcrete soils in the valley, so you belong to this calcrete club. And your wine gets tasted. You can't sell wine if it's not good enough, and it has to be at a certain price point. And unfortunately, it's not here tonight, but I would love to drink it now if it was here.
Okay.
And that's about this calcrete.
Calcrete, okay. So you have all these farms under you, and you have to make the decisions about what grape varieties you plant.
Yeah, it's
the
like
white wines that are made. Yeah.
The word terroir, you've heard of the word terroir.
Yes,
certain
indeed.
Certain wines you plant certain areas, like the Colombo, we haven't got a Colombo here, or Chenin Blanc, we plant in this more loamy soils. And then your Chardonnay, preferably the calcareous areas. On the farm, it's I haven't told you, or the farm side, it's me and Neil, the youngest cousin.
Yes.
We're responsible for the farming. He does half of the area and I just do the other half. My brother Bussell is the winemaker. He's got 5 winemakers with him.
Okay.
And Philip is the CEO, he's the accountant, and he does this, basically responsible for the marketing, while me and Neil is more on the farming side.
Okay. He's the one I met first at the University of Cape Town Graduate School.
Yeah,
when I first actually.
Also long ago, I've heard about it.
2014, right? Yeah. And of course, 10 years ago, the business has been that long, we've survived. And then, of course, I came in 2022, like I said, for the Sunday lunch with all your family, which was really, really special.
That was special,
yeah. And then now the other day with the media as well, which was also just as special, having all of you there together. So I think I've been lucky.
Very lucky to visit us twice. And you had good parties.
And it had good parties, yeah.
Family was part of it, etc.
Yes, and now the challenge is, of course, rather not the challenge, the next thing I have to do is to come and sort of spend more time at the estate and maybe do some mountain bike riding.
Yes.
Maybe get involved in a harvest as well.
Definitely. And for interesting, we just basically we're nearly finished with this harvest.
Okay, great.
About another 2 weeks.
Yes.
Apparently it's going to rain on Monday, Tuesday.
Wow.
We don't really want rain now.
During harvest?
Yeah, it's like I said, you want the grapes to be dry, the berries. You don't want wet. It starts rotting, fungicides start to grow.
Yes.
You can spray for it, but preferably you don't want rain now.
You don't want rain now, yes.
So we'll try to get in most of the grapes before they go off.
Yeah.
When you get like slippery skin or certain things, can happen. So yeah, what else are there?
Yeah. So what do you see the future of Van Loveren or the Four Cousins brand going forward?
Yeah, we're the third generation at the moment.
Yeah.
So they say many businesses only last 3 generations. It becomes more difficult with every generation.
Yes.
So our kids were told, or they first had to go and study, then they have to go and work at another place to get experience in any direction. And then if they feel they want to come to the business, they're welcome. They can apply for a job.
Oh, they can apply for a job. It's not guaranteed.
No,
Nobody's being groomed for any position.
No, it's not guaranteed. You have to apply, and but there will be like preference. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, you have the surname, of course. Then that counts for something.
Yeah, you'll have to help try to keep the family business running for the next generation.
For the next generation.
There's a lot of things in place.
Yes.
So you can never see the future.
You can never see the future, true.
You can work at it.
Yeah, and of course there's been a lot of investment in the South African wine industry from external, but then I know your family is one of the local investors, and you've also acquired some farms as an organization yourself. Yeah, do you want to tell us maybe about some of that?
The Four Cousins brand, all the brands that makes money, but the Four Cousins did very well for us in South Africa and Africa, and all the profits we made, we put back into the country. We bought land. We've invested in the cellars, and we didn't take the money out of the country. Yeah. So we kept it there. And what's good about it, you need to have economies of scale. It's difficult if you only got one farm to really be effective. Yeah. And financially strong. Sure. So it helped. We did the right thing to invest in the farms and to plant more and more vineyards. Vineyards, yeah. Are you able to tell us about total production? Total production this year, interesting, the crop is much lower than usual. Okay. Our average is 17,000 tons a year. I'm guessing this year it might be 15. I can't exactly say now. Okay. So you can imagine 17,000 tons multiplied by 700 liters, then you get the liters. And then you can divide by 9 liters, and then you get the cases. Yes. So the cases is about 2 million 9-liter cases that you do produce and sell. Wow. It's quite a bit. And what is the largest production of? What is your highest production? What grape variety or what style of wine? The Four Cousins range. We've got in the Four Cousins wine. We use there's Muscat varieties in there, and also in the red one is Rubinay and red wines that's got very good color. Yeah, and so production is good. So yeah. So it takes the bulk of the grapes. The Four Cousins brand goes to the Four Cousins brand. Yeah, and the other ones because we've got such a big variety. Yes. Or range, we can select the best ones for the Christina range. Okay. And all the different categories. The more premium grape. And there's plenty more, like George said, the 7 Hills. We've got Tango Tree. There's many more. Yeah. That one. Yeah. So tell us about this little number here. This little number is on the shelves in Nairobi. Yes. I've seen it the last 2 days. This is a fortified wine. It's made from Muscat wine, Muscat grapes. And what we do is we take the juice, it gets very ripe, it's like raisins. Okay. And then we fortify it with white spirits, 90% alcohol by volume.
By volume.
But basically then the alcohol of the wine becomes then 70%, because it's 1 to 4 parts that you add.
Okay.
And you've got this very sweet Muscat wine. So if you can see them in the Nairobi, grab one and you put it over crushed ice.
Crushed ice, okay. Yeah. So very, very special occasions, because I'm sure even the price is much higher than the 750 ml bottle.
It is higher.
And you say the alcohol should be what? 17% thereabouts,
so
yeah.
And what's nice, interesting about this wine is, it's more like something like port. Because of the alcohol of 17, the alcohol protects the wine. So you don't have to finish the bottle.
Yeah.
You can drink it half and put it in a fridge or in a cold, cool place, and you can drink it. You can drink it over like 3-4 months.
Yeah.
It won't go off well. Other wines, you must preferably drink the whole bottle.
Or drink within 3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah. But why are you living it anyway? So amazing, amazing, amazing. We are really, truly honored. One fact, though, I forgot to ask George that I need to ask you. Is it true that there was a time when the 1.5 bottle of Four Cousins outsold Coca-Cola in a particular supermarket in Johannesburg?
It was that.
That was
that
true.
In a supermarket in Johannesburg. But it was like as Coca-Cola was just the 1.5 liters, and it was just for that week. And I think maybe they ran out of Coca-Cola that time. I mean, but there was that. It was a true story. It's a true story.
If anything can beat Coca-Cola, and especially if it's alcoholic, then you're truly doing a good job.
It was just for a short.
That is phenomenal and historic and historic. Yeah. It's such a pleasure to have you, Hennie.
Thank you.
Please pass our regards to everybody in Robertson. Tell them we'll definitely be back real soon, and we look forward to welcoming you back more and more. Now, I know there's people waiting for you outside, so I won't keep you long enough, but thank you so much for your time.
Pleasure.
And enjoy your stay. Karibu tena. Come again and again.
Thank you.
Yeah, so cheers.
Cheers, Kenya. Cheers. Cheers to everybody in Kenya. Thanks for drinking our wines. And I'll be back, like Arnold Schwarzenegger said.
Hasta la vista, baby.